Hi there, welcome back to Car and Dairy Trains, and this is a Cattington update. This is episode 51. I know, it's been a while. So today I've got the scenic section done partly on the lift out section that I've been working on lately, and I've also got a slight change to have the two inner and outer tracks react with each other. A bit of changing on the layout there. So see you in a minute. Right, welcome back to the show. So this is Cattington update 51, and I know it's been a while since I've done one. I've had family matters to deal with, and I may have missed some comments on the videos and things, and again, sorry. I will try and respond to everyone when I can. It's just, life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it? However, I want to say thank you for everyone who's currently supporting us. It's really nice to get the comments, it's really nice to get the feedback, it's nice to see people watching it and viewing it, and if you enjoy these, press that like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and yeah, I've got a whole layout to finish. I've only done about half of it, halfway there maybe. I guess it's never really finished. But anyhow, enjoy this episode. Right, hello there. You're high up, aren't you? So I was about to start balancing my new part of the layout, and then I had a look around for the ballast I had, and I didn't have good choices. I've got this extremely fine but extremely light version that isn't going to be any good, so we'll ignore that. And I had this grey one, which is not bad, but it's the right size, but it wasn't quite dark enough, and I knew if I put this down I'm going to regret it, I'm going to have to start painting it all over again, and I've done that once. I don't want to do it again. It wasn't fun. So is what I've been doing is darkening it. Ta-da. Here's one I made earlier. Thank you, Blue Peter. So this is how I've got to that stage. I've gone through a pile of goo. All I've done is terribly simple. A little bit of black paint, and this is just Wilco's cheap black paint. I watered it down, normal water, and a little drop of fairy liquid just to help break the tension. And then through the course of the day, as it dries, it's winter. We've got the heating on, so putting this near radiators helps. I just give it a stir every now and again, just to make sure it doesn't bind together as a whole, because that will be no good at all. That's at intermediate stage, it's nearly dry. Now, thanks to the way the paint's gone on, it's not a blanket cover, so once this is down on the tread, I think that's going to give it a really nice look. But that's still drying, so it's still darker than it will be. So this is the one that has dried. I did the other day. Back underneath it still hasn't dried quite. But you can tell that is darker than it started out. Just, I really didn't want to do that. Well, it needs to go down there anyway at some point. I guess I'll do that part of the track first. So there you go. That's a precursor to ballasting. Right, hello all. I just want to show you how the ballasting has been going on, and it's been pretty good actually. I'm most pleased with the ballast I've done. It's some of the best looking, in my opinion, it's the best looking ballast I've done for a long time. Quick note here, I've just done a very crappy green underlay under the ballast, so when it comes in and you get this blend here, you get the green showing through, and no matter what I do here, it's not going to look too bad. I'll always have the green underneath it rather than the cardboard, and just in that direction off screen I didn't do that and I regretted it. So that's all in place, and hopefully when this comes away, this is all glued in, it feels glued. I'm quite pleased. Now, is what I wanted to do is something in the middle Also, I'm not going to just leave it like that, especially with that green. It's a mess, never mind. I'm trying a bit of an experiment with this. Got a little bit of ballast to take away there, but basically I'm going to use a kind of old-fashioned approach to doing water. That actually looks quite nice on camera. It's not so pretty at this level. I reckon as soon as I've got the grass on here, and the grass is going to like blend into the water, and you're only going to see a little bit of that water. It's not meant to be a big pool, it's just meant to be a little like gathering of water, and adding foliage and stuff to that. You won't tell that's silver foil, and it'll look much better than it does now. And as you can tell from this is a very simple layered bit of cardboard, just to give it that little bit of depth, but not enough to kind of get in the way of camera shots and things. And also I didn't want to put anything too large on this board, because this board is the one that gets lifted away, and I don't want it getting damaged by doing so. So hopefully that will look a lot better in a day or two. We'll find out. Righto, as you can see, my little plateau area is done. I've managed to pull off the little lake idea I wanted. Pool, tiny pool, and I managed to kind of like put in all the ballast around it as much as I wanted, so it kind of blends in. It's not done, still got a few things to patch up, but as you can see, it's looking pretty good right now. Right, you're high up again, and this is deliberate. So for quite a long time we've had an inner and an outer line on Cattington and Long Whiskers. Get rid of that track there because it's distracting. So you've got the two lines here which come around here and go off to the fiddle yard. I've had that for a while. And on the outer over here I've got Long Whiskers, and that comes around where this track's been ballasted. At the very far back, it comes down to a single point just off camera and goes onto the hill. And for a long time I've not been able to transport between inner and outer, and not been connected. I do have a connected inner and outer part at the other station I have, but typically I don't use it. It feels wrong, it just normally derails, so I don't do that one very much. But here I've just put in one here where I can send the truck out on this intermittent line, go past another little station area, go over towards where the cooling tower is, coaling tower, and then the set of points I have in place over here means I can get it to go up onto that outer layer. So this means I can actually get one locomotive from the very far ends of the railway to the very inside part, if you like. So I can take it all the way from the factory all the way down to the fiddle yard easily. Now there are, obviously I need to be careful, because this section here could potentially be controlled by two separate controllers. And of course, if I'm doing any of these changes, the track nearly has to be clear of any other locomotives. But I think it's going to improve kind of operations that I can do along the railway, and it should make it a little bit more interesting for extra manoeuvres. And then of course just changing like long trains of freight from the outer to the inner is going to be so much easier. So I'm not gluing it down just yet. I'll give it time to settle in. I think I might need to replace some of that track. It's a bit unsure about it. It's worth a try, and that's what it's all about, just giving it a try.